Hello everyone, Johnny Hurricane here from GamersHeroes.com, and today we're going to be talking about just why Ubisoft decided to release that gameplay trailer at the Xbox event. Let's get started. Alright, so if you guys didn't watch the Inside Xbox event that was showing off the new Series X gameplay, different games, but Ubisoft, the big thing was that Ubisoft, the third-party guy, was supposed to be there with some new gameplay for Assassins Creed Valhalla. And well, I guess if you'd like consider photo mode gameplay, yeah, maybe, but that's not what we were expecting, right? When you think of Assassin's Creed gameplay, you think of assassinations at the very least, some combat, some battling, certainly, and what we got really was kind of just generic quick shots, quick takes that you would expect from, well, a non-gameplay trailer, really. It's hard to say that it's not gameplay because it did look like a lot of it was actually in-game. It just wasn't what we wanted to see, and it was so fast because there was a point where like he runs and he knees a guy, right? So that's technically combat, but that's not what we wanted to see. What we wanted to see was, of course, the actual melee combat, especially after Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Assassin's Creed Origins. We want to see how it worked. Raiding ideally would have been there. Some longboating would have been cool. What I really wanted to see, and this happened in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, is where they had the Spartans against the Athenians in those bigger, the big army battles that weren't really as good as you wanted it to be because the AI was pretty much trash. But that's the thing about raid versus raid, or even the Vikings versus the English. In this instance, you want to see how those army battles mash out, see if they've actually gotten better, because they weren't that great. They're probably one of the weaker points of Odyssey. They were fun to do the first few times, but eventually it just got like, okay, my guys are losing if I don't hold the line, pretty much. And you kind of want to see if there's different things, maybe some, especially if you're this leader guy, maybe you have some command tactics, things like that. But just in general, you want to see combat, one-on-one, 3-on-1, stealth with the sneak blade, the assassin's blade, things like that. But we got none of that, really. We saw that there was a little bit of sieging going on, but you go look at For Honor, it looked like the same thing, basically. So what happened? Why was this the gameplay trailer? Now, it's not just those guys. There were a couple of the wind is all over the place today. It literally hit me from all sides, so just bear with me. It wasn't just them. There was a lot of games that you looked at this Inside Xbox event and you were like, really? I thought we were showing off the Series X today. A lot of this looks like it can just be played on the Xbox One. A lot of them, I'd say probably split down the middle. There were some that showed gameplay. There's like this dinosaur game that showed gameplay, and then this kind of like top-down game. I don't even remember what it was. But a lot of it was just CG trailers, and that's also what Assassin's Creed felt like. So what happened? Well, Microsoft needed something kind of big to get us to come there because this was the third-party show-off part, which they had Yakuza 7, or Yakuza Like a Dragon, which, cool, good on them. But they needed something to pull us in to make us watch, and while I love Yakuza, it's not that big of a series, so Assassin's Creed is huge. If you look at the trailer for the reveal for Valhalla, I think it's up 6 million views or something like that, and it's overwhelmingly positive. There's haters, but it's Assassin's Creed, what are you gonna do? Still, so they were like, hey, you know what? Why don't we get this gameplay trailer out and get some people to come into this Inside Xbox event, which they did. Though if you look at the trailer, it is overwhelmingly negative. We'll get into that in a minute. So how did it happen? Well, I got a feeling there's two ways I look at this. I'm not entirely sure which one it was. Ubisoft, I think it's probably mainly to blame Ubisoft, but again, with the rest of the show, I don't know. It could be Xbox being like, hey, we can't show this stuff off yet. We're waiting. This is a bit of conspiracy theory for this one, I'll be honest with you. But what I'm thinking is maybe they had this kind of underwhelming performance for all these other games, including Assassin's Creed, so that when they show their first-party titles, it's like, oh, look at that, the Series X is amazing. I know that sounds a little crazy, but I'm just saying it could happen, all right? What most likely happened is Ubisoft was like, because they haven't 100% confirmed that they're doing anything for E3 this June, their digital event in place of E3. They did say, like, we are looking into things, we're going to try and do something. So I think what mostly happened there was like, no, yeah, we're just gonna wait. We're gonna wait. We'll show all the cool stuff at our own thing. Microsoft, you can pay us whatever, and we'll just show you a little bit. And really, what was Microsoft gonna do? Be like, no, you can't show up. We don't want you. We want a better trailer. Well, Ubisoft pulls out, and then all of a sudden you don't have anything for your third-party reveal for the Series X. So That's most likely what happened, was that they were just stuck with it. Microsoft didn't probably have much say in it at all. And it's unfortunate for us, obviously, because, well, there was no real gameplay. When it should be easy enough to show at least a little bit of combat. It really only had to be like 20 seconds and we would have been satisfied, right? We didn't need a ton, but we needed some. So, okay, that happened. Now, as I was talking about the dislikes and likes earlier on trailers, which, do they affect sales? They do a little bit. Look at the reveal trailer where they didn't say gameplay. This is the most important aspect of this whole video, is that they didn't say it was gameplay. It was a reveal, it was a CG trailer letting us know where we're going. Valhalla, Vikings, we're going against the English, things like that. And it was a cool trailer, it was like, oh, but then at the end, you see the guy put the assassin's blade into the enemy's eye, and it's like, yes, it's back. Because if you remember from Odyssey, it was the Spear of Leonidas, which worked basically the same, but it wasn't the hidden blade, right? So that's coming back, which means somehow, some way, these guys are going to be connected to these. They're always connected to the assassins, but somehow, some way, these guys will be working with the assassins, and we'll be getting the hidden blade back, which is great. People love that shit. And then you get the gameplay trailer, which is not gameplay, and of course, it's going to get downloaded to crap. See, this is why I say that Microsoft knew it was going to happen. There's nobody that knows anything about video games, video game trailers, anything like that. They watch this and they say, oh, that's awesome, that's gonna work. No, everybody knew that was just underwhelming and gonna be crap, right? There is a possibility that, I hate to say it, there's a possibility that it wasn't ready to be shown yet, but look, they're still trying to release this in holiday 2020. It should be ready to be shown, but it could be pushed, I don't know. I got a couple other things written down here. Let's see what we got. Oh, I forgot this one. See, there's another issue with Ubisoft that we had before. This was actually from the PS3 to the PS4 generation, Xbox 360 to Xbox One generation. That is Watch Dogs, the original reveal of Watch Dogs. If you guys remember this, when Watch Dogs was revealed, and wind is really picking up, it looked awesome. It looked amazing. Now, this was the first reveal. I think it came out like 2 years later or something like that, maybe 1 year. I don't exactly remember when it came out, but from what we saw in the reveal to what we actually played in the game, completely different. Looked way different. Like, I would say Watch Dogs at that point, when it was first revealed, was running on a super high PC, if I had to guess. And when we played it on PS4, Xbox One, I think it actually was even on PS3 and Xbox 360, it just was not that good. And it didn't look like that either. So we kind of got shanghaied, right? We were like, okay, this looks great. And Watch Dogs, the original Watch Dogs, sold incredibly. Don't forget that, it was amazing. Watch Dogs 2, not so much. I think that one had legs. Watch Dogs 2 is actually, I really enjoyed Watch Dogs 2, especially the co-op. Got my hair in my mouth. Probably should have just shot inside today, but hey, we're almost done with the video at this point, so we're sticking through it. So a lot of us that remember that, and maybe you had forgotten about it, and I just reminded you, we're much more wary of Ubisoft because of this, right? I don't think it's going to be, and I think Ubisoft knows this. That's one of the big things, right? I don't think they want to show you enough and be like, okay, well, it's a similar thing to Sony and Spider-Man, that puddle gate thing. If you guys remember that one E3, they showed this awesome puddle with reflections, and they kind of reduced the puddle and reduced the reflections, and people were like, why are they downgraded again? Like that, you just don't want to deal with that. But instead, so what they try to do instead with this gameplay trailer is just not helping the situation at all. So like I said, most likely they're just waiting to reveal their own section of it, so they don't have to deal with the Watch Dogs downgrade situation again. Assassin's Creed is still gonna sell like crazy, and I'm still looking forward to the game, but it's just, that wasn't gameplay. It was just a terrible trailer in general. And let me make sure I got everything. Okay, yep, that's all I got written down there. So yeah, I don't know if you've seen it or not. You really don't need to see it if you haven't, to be totally honest with you. It's not that impressive. There's nothing really to see there. There's nothing new that I learned anyways. They do talk afterwards about it a little bit, whatever. If your trailer can't show it to me, I don't want to hear it, quite frankly, so it's all good, whatever. Yeah, so I don't really got any questions. I mean, you guys still excited for Assassin's Creed Valhalla? I still am, like I said. I don't know, I guess my real question is, do you think it's actually gonna make 2020? Do you think the Xbox Series X is gonna make holiday 2020 when everything wants to release? I'm still a little iffy on that, but anyways, liked what you saw, got what you needed. Hey, my plan was to do like once a week of these videos, but man, when it rains, it pours, and it has just been dropping down like crazy lately. So who knows, gamers, the game industry just likes to screw things up left and right. So maybe I'll be back tomorrow. Anyways, If you liked what you saw, got what you needed, like, comment, subscribe. See you guys in the next video. Later, Gators.